You come down to all those who have made those presentations and the spirit behind them, then you have to get, then the questions then comes into place. If they say all these things, if these people say this, then why would they then make such comments or such commands or such demands? Will it be necessary? No, it will not apply. So inside there, in the first, you will find it, or I'll point a few things from Genesis back. We'll go back to Genesis as we started to address a few of them to tell you that those things give these forces away to know that they are not the real true God, and they have not achieved even the level to be the real true God, the almighty true God, because everything they have done has selfishly moved towards an angle of pursuing something personally, or trying to take over what does not belong to them. And there are so many descriptions of them in all sides of the book. They all criticize each other. And if you go even the human life, in our own personal life, that's what happens. When people aspire to get something and some of the other people have got it, or some people are also getting there, everybody try to crack down the other, find fault with the other in order to bring the other down so he could get it. That's how it is. It's the same thing happening here. And what is being practiced here is being implanted into us, because we read it, we follow it, and we're doing it. We put it in action. We're materializing what we are reading in practicality. So that is necessarily what it is. Now, if you look at what the Bible says, the Quran says, from the very first book, or what is known to be the first revelation of Muhammad, is considered as the first revelation of Muhammad, which is a 90 XCVI, which is that would say 96. Yeah, there's 96 of the Quran. He says, Akra, or read. Akra, or read. That's the same thing, read. Or proclaim. That's a request of coming to a man to read or proclaim. Or alak, or the cloth of congealed blood. That's referring to, that's the call that came to Muhammad, or the call that came to the person that the message was coming to. That is how the spirit, or whoever was speaking to him, was speaking. Allah. That's how Allah spoke to Muhammad, or Allah spoke to the hearer or the messenger. We say akri, or read. We've translated it all to say what was said. First it was the akri, and then he now say, it also means proclaim. It means read. It means what? Alak. It means cloth of congealed blood. Calling you, referring to you to do something. Now, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. That's the first message that he is supposed to speak. And then he's also said, he's saying to him in 1 Surah XL 96:1, it says, proclaim or read in the name of thy Lord and cherisher, who created. The Lord and cherisher. The Lord and cherisher, who created. If we look at someone who is a cherisher, he cherishes whatever it is that he does. He cherishes everything. Let's find what the true meaning here is, and I'm sure we all know the true meaning, but let's just look at what dictionary words give us meaning, what the dictionary tells us about cherisher, so we can be more it says cherish, protect lovingly, care for, keep, hope, etc. in one's mind. Cherished memories, cherisher, somebody who lovingly care, who has unique, approach to whatever it is that he seriously and dearly have, or the things around him, or whichever way it is that you cherish your things. You cherish some things that are unique, or something that you really value. You cherished it. They cherish, protect lovingly. You have that loving protection for the things you cherish. That kind of thing. He's what? Or thy Lord and cherisher. of thy Lord and cherisher, in the name, proclaim in the name of thy Lord, the cherisher, who created. 2, created man out of a mere clot of congealed blood. 3, proclaim, and the Lord is most bountiful. Okay, the Lord is what? The most bountiful. These words are being used, and when we check them, it gives us more confidence of what we are about to read here. He's using the word bountiful. With the word bound. He is what? The most cherisher and the most what? Bountiful. We know what bountiful is, but let's just confirm these things. Because it does matter to think right when it comes to the book. Because we can't just, probably someone listening probably might not have the bountiful is large in quantity, abundant. The ocean provided a beautiful supply of fresh food, given generously. This bountiful God has thought of everything. Bountiful, large in quantity, abundant. The ocean provided a bountiful supply of fresh food. Bountiful, given generously. This is bountiful God has thought of everything. Bountiful, given generously. Which one will it be? But the word generally gives us idea of who God is, where it's being defined here in the Quran, how they are defining God. Bountiful, plenty. He has everything. There is nothing that God doesn't, want from anybody, or that God cannot have, or God cannot do. He has it in abundance. This is what we're talking about. The proclaim, and thy Lord is most bountiful. Not just bountiful, but most bountiful. There's nothing that can be matched or compared to him. 4, he who taught the use of the pen. The use of a pen. He's the one who taught the use of a pen. This is the first revelation believed to the Quran to speak. Taught man that which 5. Taught man that which he knew not. He told you and told me. Everybody. That's what the text is trying to say. What you didn't even know, he told you everything. So what is it that you know in your head that he doesn't know already? Or what is it that you are about to think about that he doesn't know? Now we are talking about what? Omniscient God. Omniscient, omnipotent God is being revealed here. Nay, but man doth transgress. This is 6. Transgress all bounds. Nay, but man does transgress all bounds. We keep going back. We keep sinning. We keep doing the wrong things. We keep falling away from his boundaries, his rules and all that. In that he looketh upon himself as self-sufficient. You feel that you are okay. You are independent. You feel all right to yourself. Yes, here again. The suggestion that is coming from the Spirit to Muhammad, telling Muhammad the message of what it is. He said, verily to the Lord is the return of all. At the end of the day, you are all going to come back to me. So why would God now proclaim or want you to go out there to do anything or worry yourself to reach out to people? For what reason? At the end of the day, we will come back to him. So why would he worry himself anyway? But that is what the Quran is saying, that still you have to worry yourself as a man to do something. Okay. Now we go to 9. Seest thou one who forbids? Seest thou one who forbids? A votary when he turns to pray. He sees the person who stands in the way of nuns and people who are prayers, religious people or anybody. He sees them, who stands in the way of that kind of who prevent people who have to serve God. He sees all those people. That's what is being said here. Seest thou if he is on the road of guidance? Seest thou if he is on the road of guidance? He sees if you are also in a guidance. You are, his